Hello and welcome everybody to today's Commodities Corner presented by myself, Phil Carr, at the Gold and Silver Club. Now we have lots to cover with you over today's session. In particular, we've seen a huge move actually today on oil, which I want to cover in a lot of detail with you, over a 5% move just today. I'm going to do a quick check-in, guys, with you all. Make sure you can see the presentation and you can hear me loud and clear. Now, we'll mention over the course of the session, as always, we'll keep it very interactive. So if there are any questions, if there are any comments at all, do put those into the chat function. There is an ability there for you to send messages through and to ask questions as we are going through each one of the markets. So we've got a full house today, which is excellent. So I will just reach out to a few of you guys and just check in. So hi there, Abdul, good to see you. Agus, Ahmad, Armando, hi there, Asip, Bilal, Kayo, hi there, Carla, good to see you. Colin, great to see you. David, Dean, Didkik, Dodi, Dwilly, Eka, Elio, Indri, Indipal, Intan, Januar, Mohammed, Kania, Lina, Lloyd, hi there, Nenny, hey there, Nirmal, good to see you. Novia, Ramat, Rizku, Ridu, Suagachiti, Tariq, good to see you as well, Tariq, and Wawan. So we've got a full house today, guys. So as always, just keep the questions coming as we go through each one of the markets. So just had a question from Akmalia. Can you discuss about hedging support and resistance? We can certainly look at support and resistance. Just let me know what you are asking, which market you are relating to regarding hedging. We can certainly have a look at that as well. So as we progress here, just a quick disclaimer for you all to have a quick look at, and we'll go over what we'll be covering during today's session. So we'll be looking at the biggest trading opportunities right now. There are a number of trading opportunities right now. We're seeing quite big moves in the market, how you can use fixed odds trading for maximum profits, live market analysis, and we'll be identifying high probability trade setups on the commodity markets, and of course answering any questions you might have during today's session as well. Okay, fantastic. So the key markets we will be covering today will be the commodities, and these are as follows. On binary.com, you've got the metals, which are gold, silver, palladium, and platinum, and you've also got the energies. We'll be focusing on crude oil. Huge move today. So actually, we've seen Brent crude oil jump 6% today. Huge move. And we've been talking about this. We've been talking about the potential for a capitulation and a very strong move as we come towards the end of January and into February. So last week is the last week of January. There's actually some trade opportunities on oil, which I want to go through with you very shortly, so make sure you don't miss the parts and section where we go through crude oil analysis very shortly. So for those of you who are new to the Gold and Silver Club and you're new to the Commodities Corner, let me introduce you to the Gold and Silver Club. We are an international commodities trading research and advisory group. We specialize in the precious metals, the energies, and the agricultural markets. Gold and Silver Club is recognized as a leading go-to authority on commodities, and as internationally respected experts, our analysis and opinions on the metals, the energies, the agricultural markets, they're routinely sought by major financial television channels and publications, which include Bloomberg, Reuters, CNN, Global Banking and Finance Review, The Wall Street Journal. Our team of experts has advised and taught technical analysis, fundamental research, and portfolio management to more than 75,000 private traders worldwide. So again, for more information on the Gold and Silver Club and our expertise, please do feel free to visit our website, which is just www.thegoldandsilverclub.com. Okay, fantastic. So what we'll do, we'll have a look at gold price at the moment. We're currently trading at $1,096 per ounce and 79 cents. So we'll take a look at that very shortly on the technicals. Let's run through some of the top trades this week using the Gold and Silver Club signature trading strategies on binary.com. Now, you want to know, on binary.com, it enables you to actually get into trades where normally the risk would be quite large on some of these trades, but binary, you only need the trade to close 1 point in your direction in order to win the entire trade. So you don't need to put a stop loss on the trade or a take profit. You just, the two key points are, number one, your timing of the market, so your entry. Number two, the direction, actually three key points. Number two is the direction, of course, and the third one is the exit of that trade. So it's the timing for that trade to close. So those are the three key points, and I'll go through those as we go through the technicals. But again, the key points are, for a successful binary trade, is the timing of that trade. So you want a strategy, you want a confirmation, you want to then focus on the direction of that trade, so whether it's a higher trade or a lower trade, and also the exit of that trade, so whether you want to be in a day trade out in a few hours, or you want to be out at the same time the following day, or out in a week if it's a swing trade. So those are three parameters that we look at. So we've had some good trades again this week. We had a nice little breakout on gold. We went over this actually during our session on Tuesday, so for those of you who caught Tuesday's session, there were some nice opportunities available. We took a long, went for a long on gold this week, a rise trade for the price to be higher, entering gold at 1,094 US dollars per ounce. It's been a nice little breakout over the course of this week. We broke out just shy of the 2016 highs midweek on Wednesday, and currently we're sitting at 1,096 US dollars per ounce and 79 cents. Palladium also gave us a nice little breakout trade from the lower end of the trend channel. Again, Palladium, on most platforms, you'll pay a big spread to trade this, not on binary, so it makes it really simple to day trade Palladium. So it's just a rise trade for the price to be higher, buying at 8.19. That's broken out nicely and currently sitting at 8.32. And the other trade, which we've just actually taken today, earlier on this morning, was a breakout on Brent crude oil. Again, you need pretty deep stop losses for this if you're trading it on another platform, but on binary, just for the price to be higher, very straightforward. I just want the price to be 1 point higher, and it looks like we're on here for a potential 3 white soldiers formation on oil, which I'll go through with you shortly. And there is scope for more upside here. We're really starting to build up some momentum, and I would see a potential for a bit of a capitulation here. So I'll go through that in detail with you when we go over to the chart. So we'll be using the higher and lower types of trades on binary.com. Very simply, if you select higher, you win the payout. If the market exit price is strictly higher than the entry price, and if you select lower, you will win the payout if the market exit price is strictly lower than the entry price over the predetermined time frame. Okay. Yep, excellent, Nenny. Yep, market direction, duration, perfect. Yes, exactly. That's what we'll be looking at now. So we'll go through some live technical analysis. We'll go through some fundamentals as well. Keep the questions coming as always. First of all, we will start off here with, we'll go over to oil. Now, I'm going to just test out something with regard to, we had a little bit of a technical issue with screen sharing when I came to sharing a web page earlier this week. So I'm just going to double check. Hopefully you won't lose sound. If you do, bear with me. We'll bring back another screen, and you should be able to just get the sound back very quickly. But let's just test it, okay? So I'm just going to share my screen, and there is currently, you should be able to see my Reuters terminal. Okay, so just a quick test, guys. See if you can still hear me okay at the moment. You haven't lost any sound. You can see at the moment my Reuters terminal, oil rises 5% as cold snap boost demand. Just a quick check-in, guys. You can hear me okay. So once you let me know, we can continue. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Colin. Appreciate that. Excellent. Okay. So at the moment, as of 2 hours ago, we've seen oil rise and break out to 5% today. You can see here just on the right-hand side, light crude oil has broken out 4.91%. Brent crude oil has broken out 5.95%, okay, just shy of 6% at the moment. So we've seen a big fall. So Brent set for the near 17% fall in January so far. This is actually the first week where we've seen a significant breakout to the upside. And I think this could really continue because we've had a record number of sell shorts in the market. So during our live trading rooms this week, we've not been going on any additional sell shorts. We've been very mindful of the fact that we're getting very close to a reversal in the market, which I'll go through with you very shortly, particularly this time of year, seasonality-wise, as you head into the end of January, beginning of February, you usually see a buyback, which is a very strong seasonal factor which happens every single year. Okay, so that is very common on oil. So at the moment we're seeing a pretty decent move to the upside right now. Here there is no fundamental justification whatsoever to think that the current downtrend is changing at the moment. I would agree. I mean, fundamentally, oil is still very bearish, and you've got the technicals are still very bearish, but you have to be aware of seasonality factors as well, which occur at this time of year. Now, one of the key factors behind this is the contracts. Okay, so I'll explain this to you. I'll go through this as simply as possible. Every single year, airlines hedge. They hedge oil, so they buy oil at the start of the year, and they try and lock in prices for the entire year. So if you can imagine at the moment, you're going to get airlines buying oil around the 11, 12-year lows. And one of the key points about this is that contracts which airlines have been in, they will expire next week. So then they need to get back in. This is why they don't buy at the beginning of January, because they're still in their previous contracts. So the contracts, the way they're traded on the futures markets, they all expire at the end of January. So contracts that they've been in, whether that's 3 months, 6 months, or a year, they will expire at the end of January. When they expire, when the airline's contracts expire, which is next week, they buy back into a new contract. That occurs next week, and it's something which occurs most years. You see this February effect, you see a big rally on the oil market, and we're starting to see this develop at the moment. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some big gains here over the next few weeks with oil to the upside. Whether it will be sustained, we'll see. But it's already starting to get that move at the moment. We've been anticipating for this for a while. For those of you who came on our Tuesday session, which we talked through commodities opportunities over the course of this quarter, we spoke about that. If you haven't had a chance to watch that, go back on the binary.com YouTube channel, watch that recording, because this is exactly what we predicted, that we would see an opportunity to buy back oil over the end of January and into February. We went through seasonal factors on that as well, and we're seeing this breakout occur at the moment. Usually rallies in oil are getting sold into. So far over the last 2 or 3 months, each rally has been sold into, but I would suggest that this could be different today as we head into next week for the reasons explained there. So with that said, what can we do right now with oil? Well, hopefully you should be able to see my screen at the moment, and this looks set to do a 3 white soldiers pattern. I'll see if I've got this available to you to show you what a 3 white soldiers pattern looks like. I'll just show you on the screen, make it simple without possibly cutting out sound. So you've got this is 1, 2, 3 white soldiers would just be another big leg up. So this happens quite a lot with oil. Have a look at this capitulation in August, 1, 2, 3 white soldiers. Have a look at the capitulation going back to this time last year, the same phenomenon right at the end of January, beginning of February, 1, 2, 3. There's 3 white soldiers pattern. So this is the second, what is known as a white soldier today. What you'd expect possibly next is, again, a break above today's high and get through. On the weekly chart, you can see we're getting quite a significant capitulation at the moment. Now, I'm not saying this is the bottom of the market, oil, but what I am saying in short term, we're due a cycle higher. So we are due a rotation back up, lead to the upper end of the trend channel. So it might be that we just see 3 days of consecutive gains, we come up to a resistance zone, that's it, and then oil sells off again. But certainly a 5% move in a day, you can trade that, you can make money from that. So what we'll do, we'll go over to oil, and I'm happy to take a trade on this. Again, I'm just going to take advantage of the momentum here, not going to try and be in this for too long at the moment, just today. In fact, I could probably do this trade to be higher by the close of Monday or today. I might actually I'll just take the 1 trade on this in the moment, and then we can have a look at gold. There's quite a few trading opportunities at the moment, so let me just see what we'll do on this in terms of what we can get in terms of pricing. Okay, that's pretty good, 92% payout. See how far out I can go. I'll bring my deal ticket into the screen in a second. Okay, you can go out 6 hours, 12.50. Okay, that's pretty good, 93% payout. Just bringing out my deal ticket at the moment. So as you can see, this is actually, I'm just going to go slightly higher on that. I'm just going to take the 1 trade rather than 2 trades. I'll reassess this again next week for potential new entry. I'm just going to go for $3,000 payout on that, 1,507 US dollars deposit, 90% payout. The duration trade 6 hours. Start time is now 12.50. So all I need is the price to be 1 point higher. I don't need to put a big stop loss on this trade, because you need quite a deep stop loss on this trade to trade it on another platform. On binary, it's simple. I just want the price to close higher than my entry price in and out over the next 6 hours. If it closes even 1 point higher than my entry price, will win the entire trade. Okay, so I'm going for the deposit, $1,557, 93% payout for a $3,000 payout. Start time is 12.50. Hopefully that will still be valid. Should be. Let's go for it. Yeah, beautiful. That has been done. Right, so again, I've just gone for a rise trade there on oil. I've taken this for a buy. Let's just get that on the chart so you can see visually where I've just entered into the trade. Just entered for a buy here. I just need the price to close 1 point higher than my entry here. You can see it's really ramping up to the upside. Now, I mentioned this as well on the higher time frames where we're sat in relation to the price here on a much larger time frame. As you can see, we've got very clear rejection around this zone. Now, it looks like 27. We discussed this on the session on Tuesday. The 27 could be the low. A lot of traders were targeting 27 as the low here. Now, oil, we're really seeing this ramp up. Have a look at this right now. I mean, it's right at the daily highs. It's 6% move now, so this is pretty big so far. We could really start to pick up momentum. Why? Again, because we've got a record number of sell shorts in the market. Okay, so what does that mean? It means all those sell shorts with a 5 or 6% move. I mean, in the last 2 days, how much has oil rallied already? So let's have a look. Take the highs to the lows here. I mean, 378-point move. You're going to start seeing traders who've entered into this sell short, possibly a little bit too late. They start getting popped out of their trades. As the price rises up, this is a key level to have a stop loss above. This is the most recent swing high. That gets taken out. You'll see a rally back up to the upper end here, up to about 32.50 and so forth. I mean, what I can do, if you've not seen this sort of a move before, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just show you on the euro what a capitulation, a short covering rally looks like, okay? This was a short covering rally on the euro, on the ECB statement in December. This is what happened, a huge move. This is where you see short covering. This is where too many traders are short the market. So everybody obviously was short the euro in December. You can see how many shorts there were in the market. So when you got this rally to the upside, you saw immediate, all this short covering, all these sell shorts getting popped out of their trade, and you see a huge move here on the euro. And that's something I don't think we'll get such a significant move on oil, but essentially the concept is the same. On a short covering rally, as it rallies here, you've got so many market participants who are short oil at the moment that they'll start getting popped out. You don't see that happen that often, so when it is happening, it's quite nice to experience this and to see it happen on the charts, and this follows through on Monday. It could happen quite significantly. It only really happens probably about once every 3 to 6 months. You see this sort of a move. You can see here, back in August was the last time you got this big buyback after strong selling, and also if you go back to the chart here, in January last year, you got pretty decent gains here. At the end of January, we saw over 1,000-point move in 3 days, over 10% move. So it doesn't happen that often, but it could be starting to happen now. Now, the only point which would change this is if by the end of the day we see this rally get sold back into and we close the day with a rejection candle, which that is possible. We could do it, but I think coming into the time of year that we are in at the moment, the last week of January, the change in contracts, airlines hedging, I don't think it's, and seasonality factors, I think it's unlikely that will close with an inverse hammer on the daily. But you never know with trading. It could happen. So obviously just manage your risk. Don't go overboard on any trades that you're taking. Always manage your risk appropriately in line with your strategies. Okay, good. Right, so let's move it over to gold. Actually, I'll go over to silver. Silver for me is getting really close to a potential breakout here. Again, I will add on just a little bit more detail here for you. This is a raw chart. Let me just put on one key moving average for you. Okay, there you go. That is a very important moving average for silver. Okay, so that moving average right there, that is the 50-day moving average, and that is a very important line in the sand for silver. Typically, when silver is below that level, remains bearish. When it gets above that level, it gets bought into very strongly. So it's really used a lot on silver. It's used a lot by fund managers around the world on different markets, but predominantly it's got a very strong significance for the silver market. You can see over the last week or two, we've just seen traders sell short every time they've come up to the 50 MA. That's really strong confidence there. Every time it's come up to that level, it's been sold. It's battling at the moment to get above that level. You've got overhead trend channel. You formed a precision setup, well, a hammer setup yesterday on the daily chart. If we pop above this trend channel, we break and close above the 50 MA today or into next week, we could be due quite a nice surge higher. Then I'll be looking for a break above 1440. Now, silver is relatively volatile, which also makes it quite nice here to trade on binary if we do get a break above that level. For me, it's not quite ready yet. You could go with an aggressive entry at the moment, but you wouldn't be waiting for confirmation. I would wait for confirmation and for a break above this trend channel above 1421, get above that level, and then you've got the potential to ride that. If you've got a gold trade on already, you'd be doubling up your risk by taking silver at this level as well. But essentially, at the moment, it is looking good for silver to break out. We've seen good confluence across the other commodities as well. So you can see silver is just getting ready here for a breakout trade. Gold, we've already got a long position on at the moment. Now, again, I will try not to lose sound here. Just getting a few questions regarding the setups that we have throughout the week, how you can access those other than just on these sessions today. So of course we've taken the oil trade today. We've just gone for a buy and a breakout for a buy. We've got a number of other open positions on as well. I'll just go through that now. If you lose sound again, guys, let me know and I will move on to another. Okay, so we'll just have a look if we can bring that out for you. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so you should be able to see the link on the screen at the moment, which is just www.theprivatetradersclub.com. So I'll just very quickly put that in the chat for you, just so you can refer to it. I believe the sound is still okay this time around. I know we lost sound last week when we were going through this, but I've got a lot of questions about this, so let me just go through it quickly with you guys, and then we'll carry on with the analysis. Just quick check-in again. Everybody can hear me loud and clear, guys. You can see my screen okay at the moment. Excellent. I believe that is a yes. So I'll just go through this with you, just regarding some of the setups and the trades that we are taking throughout the week as well. So essentially, can you get access to the setups that we also provide during the course of the week? You absolutely can via the Private Traders Club. So the setups that we are going over today, we get setups obviously throughout the week on the commodity markets that we're trading, from agriculture to energies to the precious metals. And on those setups we provide, you actually get email alerts. You get notified when there's been a trade setup. You get notified when the trade has been triggered. You also get given the entry price at very specific levels on those trades as well. So where to enter into the market, the precise levels that you need to be entering into trades as well. That's all made available to you. Now, the beauty of this and the feedback I get, which I totally agree with, is a lot of the time you don't necessarily want to be watching the markets all day. I know everybody's busy with their lives and so forth, and it's quite nice to actually just get an email notification through. You know that you'll get an email when there is a new setup, a high probability setup, and you know you'll get updated to that. You can just log in and you can have a look at the setup. You can look at the criteria of that trade. You can put your trade on essentially and just carry on with your day. If you do like to be in front of the screens all day long, that's absolutely fine. But if you do like to also get a little bit more out of your day and you just want to be alerted to the high quality setups and a minimum sort of time in front of the screens, that is available to you as well, just via the Private Traders Club and the live trade setups that we provide to all of our members. So you get alerted every time there's a new trade setup. Now you get of course access to our live trading room throughout the week, so you get access to live technical analysis videos. You also get access to our live trading room, which is where we go through our strategies for each of the markets one by one, identifying setups on those markets. We go through management of our current open positions, any key fundamentals, any major news announcements coming up, and it's very interactive, lots of questions throughout those sessions during the week. You can also access the live recordings of those sessions too right afterwards, so if you happen to miss the live trading room, you can re-watch those as well. You get the week ahead trading plan, which every single weekend is a half-an-hour segment and really sets you up for the week ahead. So we go through management of open positions, new trading opportunities for the following week, any key seasonality plays, any key major news announcements which are coming up, thoroughly analyze the markets on the higher time frames as well. And it really sets you up nicely, particularly, again, if you're a bit short of time or if you want a nice little summary for the week ahead to really set you up with a blueprint and a trading plan for the week. That is just perfect, the week ahead trading plan. And you can also now get access to our Master Markets trading course. So we've got an online commodities course which takes you step by step through each of our trading strategies that we use at the Gold and Silver Club. Includes how to set up your chart, so you can get exactly the same sort of chart setup that I've got in front of my screens here at the moment, with detailed indicators. You can get all of the key indicators that we use, exactly the same chart setup, the same markets that we trade here at the Gold and Silver Club. You can get everything is available to you step by step in chronological order. We go through our strategies on that, and we also go through fundamentals and how to open your positions, how to manage your trades, how to manage your risk on your trades. It's very comprehensive master markets trading course. So you get access to that as well, which of course you can go through in your own time, step by step, module by module, which is fantastic. If you're an absolute beginner, that is perfect. Or if you just you're new to commodities trading and you really want to get grips. I've had so many calls and emails recently about traders who are wanting to get into the commodity markets, particularly of course with the headline news pretty much every day regarding oil and some of the moves that we've seen over the course of last year, the stock markets, which have absolutely tanked so far in 2016. If you want to give yourself a nice little gift at the moment and really take your trading to the next level with commodities, I would definitely recommend the Private Traders Club. So all you need to do on that is just go down to the bottom there. Once you're on that link, I've just put it in the chat there. It's just www.theprivatetradersclub.com. You go down to the bottom there, just enroll here. From the enrollment, you just want to fill out all of the form and press apply now. You also get VIP email support, so any questions you've got, whether that's on the trading course, technical setups, any questions regarding any open positions, any closed positions, anything at all, you've got a VIP email support line that you can get in touch with us as well. So again, it's just at the bottom there, enroll here now, and once you go to enroll here now, it's just a very quick form for you to fill out. Once that's completed, press apply now, and a member of our team will get in touch with you ASAP. Okay, so if you would like to trade your trading to the next level, that is definitely available to you. Okay, fantastic, and I'll just put a link there in the chat. So we'll just go back to here. And first of all, for those of you, there's quite a few joined us a little bit later in the session, so welcome. We have taken a buy position here on oil. So I'm looking at silver, silver, keep an eye on this today, okay? So if we break above the weekly highs here today, if we break above this resistance channel, there's a good chance of follow through here on silver. Trading it on binary is very simple, just a higher trade for the price to close higher. By the end of the day, if we get a break and a close above that, our break today, and if we close above that zone, close above the 50 MA, we should really start to pick up pace and pick up momentum to the upside. Now, we already have longer-term positions here on gold, which is just consolidating. We've got a nice little V-shaped reversal pattern. Essentially, gold at the moment, it's struggling a bit with one key moving average, which is really containing gold right now. It does need to really get over that level within the next couple of days, I would suggest, either today or into next week. So you can see how well gold reacts, just the 100-day moving average, all this resistance around the 100 MA. You can see overhead resistance again, so a lot of traders looking at that level. We're stuck in a bit of a range here. Until gold can get above that level, it's going to be contained right now. You can see there's a pennant formation right now. If we can break above that level today during the US session and see follow through as well with silver, that will be quite nice, because we've got the FOMC statement next Wednesday, which will be quite a high impact news announcement. So ideally, we want to be in and out of our gold trade now before that announcement next Wednesday. But it looks like there's potential for some breakout trades before then, particularly if you have a look at platinum and palladium. So if you look at palladium is basing at the moment, I do see an opportunity actually for palladium based on the higher time frames. We've got nice rejection from the lower end of this trend channel. There's also, to some degree, looks like we're building a bit of a channel here. So if I just bring out this to the left of the chart, and we can just try and overlay here a parallel channel, you can see here where palladium is pretty much moving within a trend channel. So that looks good for possibly a longer-term trade. I want to see how this closes out the week at the moment if we do get nice follow-through, but this looks like we could get a rotation higher here for palladium. It has been hammered so far in 2016. It is basing at the moment. It's got a V-shaped reversal pattern. It's starting to build a bit of a base. So I do like palladium. It does have some potential there as well. Now, I showed you the Euro-US dollar earlier on just to show you an example of capitulation. Let me just bring you back. We'll have a look if we can bring out the dollar index here for you. Here we go, dollar index. So the dollar index, you'll see often the precious metals moving inversely to that. Now, the dollar had a good breakout to the upside yesterday, but it didn't follow through, which is why it's important to look at daily closes. So we were anticipating this, that we might get yesterday a reversal initially on gold, but then get supported and then close the day with a hammer, which is what we've done. We've closed the day with a rejection candle. The US dollar has had a failed move higher here, which is quite important because the US dollar is not able to follow through. Although it had a breakout, it didn't follow through. So I'd like to see whether the US dollar is going to break down below this supportive zone today. If it does, and it picks up momentum, that gives a lot of support here to the precious metals, and you'll see them break out to the upside. If the US dollar continues to rally today and it breaks up above yesterday's high, then it will put pressure on the metals. But at the moment, it's in indecision mode as well. So the US dollar has got a pennant formation where it's just consolidating. There's no decisive power because it's not closing above resistance or closing below support. But if we move it over and we have a look at gold, gold's the same. We've got an industry candle. Let me just go back over to raw charts there. Okay, let's move it over again. There we go. Okay, so moving over to gold here, yeah, you can see you've also got an industry candle and a pennant formation forming right now. So in terms of oil, happy to go for that for a buy right now, to be out of that towards the end of the day. Silver, looking at that for a buying opportunity if we break above resistance, probably more likely to happen over the course of the US session. So over the next, I would say it's 1 o'clock London time at the moment. So over the next 2 to 3 hours, we could see follow through on that. It's getting pretty close on silver. Do keep an eye on it, because silver around these levels has been basing now since November. It's 2 months. Now silver likes to consolidate, and then have huge moves. So have a look at this on the chart. Silver previously over September, we consolidated for a long time, then bang, 1, 2, 3, huge moves. That's a 3 white soldiers pattern there as well. And you can see again here, consolidated for a long time, and then huge pop to the upside. So if we get a similar pop today, it could be quite a lucrative trade. So you can see consolidated here for best part of about over a month, and then 1, 2, 3, big breakout. Consolidated again. Well, this was a downward trending channel, and then we saw a big breakout again, big follow through. So it's worth noting silver just it tends to consolidate for ages, and then just has these one big day moves, and those are the moves that you don't really want to miss. So you can see here again in the chart, consolidated for a long period of time, not really too much movement, then one day, huge move to the upside. So I think we are overdue a big move on silver. Could get it today, could get it early next week. Maybe it will just keep on consolidating until the FOMC statement next Wednesday, but it's worth keeping an eye on if it breaks and closes above the 50 MA today. Palladium, I do like Palladium for a buy. It looks good. I think I'm happy to take that actually, based on it's breaking above the weekly highs. If you have a look at this based on last week's high here, we've taken out last week's high as well. Again, I don't really want to be in this trade for the FOMC statement on Wednesday next week. That'll be quite volatile. So I'll go in for a smaller position on Palladium, and I'll just go for to be in and out of that by the close of today, just be a little bit lighter on positions as we come. Just take advantage of the sentiment of the markets today and the momentum to the upside. Oil doesn't look like it's going to slow down at the moment. So I'll go into a, see if I can get a trade either today to close today or by Monday on Palladium. Let's have a look what I can bring out here. It doesn't look like it will give me today. It have to be, let's see, Sunday. Can I be out by Sunday? Nope. Needs to be Monday, I think. Yeah, there we go. Monday. Okay, so we go for, instead of 3,000, we go for 2,000 on that. Okay, 71% return for a 3-day trade on Palladium. So I'm going to take that just to be in and out of the trade. So again, I'm going to be out of the trade before the FOMC statement next Wednesday and still taking advantage of momentum to the upside. So it's a 3-day trade, 71% payout for the price to be higher over the next 3 days. So I'm looking again for $1,168 US deposit for $2,000 payout on that. Okay, so I'm going to take that on Palladium, just a purchase for the price to be higher for the price to be higher, excuse me, by the close on Monday. So it's a 3-day trade. So it's over the weekend as well. A good momentum on Palladium at the moment on multiple time frames. So I'll take that. Again, it's good on the binary.com platform because you don't need to have a really deep stop loss on this trade. Let me just show you if you took that on a platform what your stop loss is at the moment. Your stop loss is about 600 points. It's too deep. It's too much. It might take you till Christmas to try and get that in terms of that similar move to the upside, or it certainly could take a few weeks to get a 600-point move to the upside. So on the binary.com platform, it's great that you can trade Palladium in a way because you only need the price to close 1 point higher in order for you to win the trade. So I'll take that for a buy. Okay, that has been done. So I've now gone into Palladium. So I've taken those 2 trades. I'm keeping an eye on Platinum. I do like the Platinum price structure at the moment. Already had a good binary trade this week on Platinum. So just waiting for that one to develop at the moment. Gold, just keeping an eye on that. Yeah, gold price structure to be decided later on today. We'll start unwinding possibly our positions later on today or into next week if we just can't break above this 100 MA. If it's just going to prove too much resistance overhead and we're going to, you can see here, you get a couple of attempts at the 200 MA, right? And if you really can't break it, normally 2-3 attempts. If you can't do it, then you see the market rotate lower, and that would make sense as we come to FOMC. I'll give it 1 more day to break above that 100-day moving average. If it doesn't do it today, we'll need to start coming out of those positions that we've got long in gold. So one more chance, gold, to get above that 100 MA today. If silver can get above the 50 MA as well. If it can't get above and break above and close above the 100 MA today, yeah, we'll start looking at potential turn lower ahead of the FOMC statement next week. So 1 more day for gold. We'll see how it goes over the US session today. In fact, let me bring out the fundamentals on gold. We'll see what Reuters has to say. Let's move over and have a look at the gold updates here. Okay, that's good. Nice. Uh, Update 11 minutes ago. Gold retreats as equities rally and oil bounces 6%. So what we're seeing at the moment is this very strong correlation between the equity markets and oil at the moment. It's actually at its strongest, one of the strongest it's ever been. So it's not always this strong, the correlation between the oil market and equities. When I refer to equities, it's the stock markets essentially. So the oil price at the moment, the rebound that we're getting right now, that is also having a positive impact on stock markets such as the FTSE, the European stock markets as well, like the DAX and also the Dow Jones and the S&P 500. They're all rallying on a strong oil bounce today. So oil up now 6%. So let's have a look at the updates here. If we can determine anything else from the fundamentals. Gold fell on Friday as hints of more monetary stimulus from the European Central Bank weighed on the euro and pushed European shares up 3.2%, denting appetite for alternative assets while oil rebounded. Okay, so benchmark Brent crude, whose slide to 12-year lows this week fueled risk aversion, bounced 6.2% now on Friday as traders cashed in on record short positions. So again, there's that record number of sell shorts in the market. And it's not actually, that's a good point, it's not just traders necessarily getting stopped out their positions, it's just banking profits. If you've been short on oil for a while here, it's a good time to bank these profits before the contracts change next week as well. It's just a good time in the market to actually take some positions off and bank some of those profits as oil has broken down to $27 this week. So with equity markets remaining bid and oil continues to squeeze higher, gold is likely to come under pressure and could test towards 1,085. It's not really at the moment. It's still holding its ground, gold. And with silver getting close to a breakout, I think today will be interesting during the US session to see if gold holds its ground, because so far every pullback in gold has been bought into, and silver is looking on the verge of a breakout. Really, if silver was going to break down, it should have done yesterday. It had quite a significant sell-off, but it got bought back right into the close again, formed a hammer into the close around the 50-day moving average. So silver for me is definitely one to watch, and if silver breaks out, you can you've got a very high probability of gold following through as well. Gold has benefited from the risk aversion among investors that sank stocks and crude oil, although slow physical demand from major consumer China and India kept a lid on price gains here as well. With equity market, with equity, I think we covered that already. Markets remaining bid, oil continues to squeeze higher. Gold is likely to come under pressure. So all to be decided really this afternoon. That's interesting. Holdings of the world's largest gold-backed exchange-traded fund, the SPDR Gold Shares GLD, rose another 1.8 tons on Thursday. Data from that fund showed that brought in inflow to the week of 4.2 tons. Among other precious metals, platinum up 1.6%, as we've seen, an ounce after selling dragged the metal to a fresh 7-year low of 806 on Thursday. So it's a nice little bounce back. And palladium up 1.4% to $504 an ounce, and silver up 0.4%. So you can see the overall metals complex is overall it's up at the moment. So gold is also up on the day, just ever so slightly, 0.10% here as well. So we'll continue to monitor that throughout this afternoon and see whether we do get a breakout to the upside. Again, if we break above the highs of the week here, especially for silver and gold, then it's got the potential to follow through later on this afternoon. So we're keeping a very close eye on that. But for the time being, we've gone for a long on Brent crude oil. We've gone for a buy on Brent to be out by the end of today, and we've also gone for a buy on palladium to be out by the close on Monday as well. Okay, fantastic. So that is the summary of the trades that we've taken at the moment. Now, as I mentioned before, just during the session, there is an opportunity for you to get this sort of analysis during the course of the week as well and be updated on every trade that we are taking at the Gold and Silver Club. So very simply, if you would like to become a member of the Private Traders Club, gain access to our live trade setups throughout the week. Again, you get notified that, you get sent the emails, you get sent the notifications via email when there's a new trade setup, you get sent an email when a trade gets triggered, you get sent an email if there's any additional trade management on that. You also you get access to our live technical analysis, live trading rooms throughout the week, as well as all the recordings. You get the week ahead wealth plan, which is provided to you every single weekend. You also get VIP email support, and of course, to help you take your trading to the next level, you've also got our Master Markets training course that you can go through step by step, the online course, module by module, which will take you through setting up your charts, to risk management, to all the indicators that we use at the Gold and Silver Club, the fundamentals, the technicals, the strategies that we utilize. Everything is there for you to go step by step to really nail commodities trading. So if you would like to really take your trading to the next level and join the Private Traders Club, again, I'll just put the link in the chat there for you. If there's any questions on that, do let me know at the moment. Again, it's just www.theprivate tradersclub.com, and from there just go to the bottom of the page and go through the application form. A member of our team will get in touch with you ASAP. Membership is by application only, so you do just need to complete that application form, and we'll get in touch with you ASAP on that. Okay, fantastic. So at this stage, I don't think there's any more questions at the moment, guys. So let me just do a quick check-in. I don't think so, but let me just check. So Tariq, Stephen, Sawagati, Yanu, Rudy, two Rudys there, Rizki, Ramat, Novia, Nirmal, Neni, Mohammed, Lloyd. Guys, if you've got any questions at all, let me know. Lena, Kerniawan, Janua, Intuan, Indapol, Eri, Endri, Elio, Eka, Edarin, Dwi, Dodi, Dedek, Dean, David, Daniel, Colin, Carla. Great stuff. Hi there, Kayo, Armando, Ahmed, Agus, and Abdul. So I don't think there's any additional questions at the moment, guys. If there is, let me know, or do just get in touch with us either via the portal there, or send an email directly to binary.com, and we can get those answered for you. So I wish you all a profitable day's trading, guys. For those of you who will be joining us, really look forward to working with you. These are very lucrative times in the markets, and there's lots of opportunities which are going to be coming ahead in the following weeks as well. In particular, the next major trading opportunity is next Wednesday's FOMC statement, which you also have an opportunity to trade with us live as well by being a member of the Gold and Silver Club. So if you are interested in that, again, just get in touch with us. Okay, fantastic. So thank you, Sharice. Thank you, Olga. Thanks, guys. It's been another good session. And thank you to everyone on today's session. I hope you enjoyed it. And we wish you a profitable afternoon. Have a great weekend, and look forward to work with those of you who will be really taking your trading to the next level. Yep, great stuff. Thanks, guys. Take care. Cheers. Bye-bye.